Don't fix the person you're dating. It's not your job, and you're not capable of it.
Wow.
And if you are dragging a boyfriend or a girlfriend to a level of life that they don't want to live at, what do you think marriage is going to look like?
Oh, man.
You used a perfect phrase, a growth mindset.
Yes.
Because I cannot change anyone,
No.
but we all have to change as life changes. If that person does not come with a growth mindset themselves, oh, I'm in trouble.
Run.
Welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. It's me again, WJ. I want to be married. I desire to be married. Now what? Well, try this. That's the focus of the topic today. I hear this question a lot. I'm sure we all do. You may even be one of those in that category. You want to be married, but you just don't seem to be finding what you're looking for. Sometimes I even hear people say, I can't find anyone. No one sees me. I can't find the right one. Well, try this. We're going to go through a series of videos. You know how we do it. And then we have a last video. You don't want to miss that. That's going to just rip. But this first video, here's our Pastor Stephen Chandler of Union Church in Baltimore. Young pastor, young man, but so wise. He's filled, I listen to him a lot. Filled with so much wisdom. I think he's an older person trapped in a younger body. Old mind trapped in a younger body. You just heard him. Don't drag anybody. You cannot change anybody. And if they look like they're changing for you at a moment in time, always remember this. Everybody would always get back to their default, no matter what. People can pretend for a while. After a little while, they will get back to their default. So if you're not aligned at the dating phase, the marriage is not going to get better. Marriage doesn't fix the issues. If they're not fixed, if you're not aligned, it's going to get worse. So before you commit to getting married to somebody, try this. Look for someone you're aligned to, your friend, someone you can get along with. Well, I'm just going to leave that and just watch. We're going to watch a series of videos and let them speak to us. You want to be on a path of being a husband before you be a husband. You want to be on a path of being a wife before you be a wife. Take a look at this next video.
Marriage means I love you enough to reprogram all the toxic things that have ever brought me praise before you. Marriage means like going into this not having many examples or any examples, but loving you enough to figure it out anyway. Being able to block out all the outside noise, like not letting people that are not in our marriage dictate our marriage. Loving you enough to know that I don't have the answers. I don't have it all figured out. But I love you enough to try to figure it out anyway, together. Loving you enough to include you in my decision making, despite the fact that, I've had to do everything on my own up until this point. Knowing that when I look to my right, I got somebody with me that's gonna rock out. They willing to ride with me regardless and try to figure this thing out. Like that's what marriage really means to a man once you hit a certain level of maturity. And once you do, you become the best version of yourself.
Wow. He could write a book just from this. A whole book could be written from this. Wow. What stands out to you when you hear this? For me, the first thing that stands out, maturity. You have to have a mature mindset. Most of the issues that I think I hear of people dealing with in relationships is a lack of maturity, because it all boils down to one thing: selfishness. And only immature people exhibit selfishness. Life is a give and take. What this gentleman was saying, he had to reprogram his mindset. Are you mature enough to reprogram yourself to say, well, I'm with someone now? I'm with the love of my life. And it doesn't start when you get in marriage. You have to start before you get to marry someone. As you're dating, as you're trying to figure this out. Is this the type of person? And might I just even suggest, you need another mature mindset. So it takes both of you. You can't have a mature and an immature. It's not, you're going to have a lot of problems. You both have to be ready for marriage to be married. If you're not aligned, you're going to have a lot of problems. Don't let the optics fool you. She's fine. He's tall. She looks good. He looks good. He's got this. She's got that. Newsflash, that wouldn't help you a bit in your marriage. That would not hold water anywhere. Because when the rubber meets the road, all of that will not matter. What matters it's going to be the intangibles. How mature are they? Got to think about it. You're going to have conflicts regardless. There are going to be disagreements. Heck, we disagree with ourselves. So what makes you think you're not going to disagree with your spouse? Or the person you're dating to become your spouse? So it's not the disagreement that really matters. It's how you resolve it, how you conquer it to go on in life and move on, because another one's going to come. That's just life. Earth is spherical, circle in shape, right? It goes around, it comes around again. You got to keep on living. So what I see from here, maturity. If you're not mature, if they're not mature, I say pause. Make sure you are of the same mindset. You don't have to like the same things. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to be mature enough to be able to allow each other to like what they like. Allow each other to be yourselves when you are with each other. And that takes maturity. Let's go to this next video and see what is going on here. Please drop your comments in the comment section below. I want to be married. I desire to be married. A very beautiful thing, I must tell you. Don't get it twisted. Beautiful thing. What am I supposed to do? Well, let's try this. Take a look.
Why do you not talk to your girlfriends about your marriage?
Would a queen talk to a chambermaid about the king? How would the chambermaid understand what it is that the queen is going through or has to understand? Why am I going to go get advice from somebody who has a failed marriage, who doesn't understand what it's like to be with a man like that? Number two, if I go and tell my friend how horrible Grant was about something, which there's two sides of the story, and then I'm going to go make up with Grant, but now I've told them that Grant is domineering, Grant is controlling, he only thinks about himself. They're stuck with that. So now I've made up with my husband. I go hang out with my best friend, Susie Q. And then she's like, so how's Grant? Oh, is he doing the domineering thing again? Boom, I'm lit back up. Didn't even have a fight with him, but I'm lit back up. Either I'm trying to now talk to her and convince her that my husband isn't the piece of garbage that I made him out to be earlier. I'm trying to convince her of that. Or I'm reignited about the upset and how he does not treat me with respect. And he does treat me like I said. And I'm always doing this for him and he doesn't do that. And then boom, now I'm home with my husband and guess what? He does one little thing where he's like, I'm going here to do this, da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, so it's my job to take care of the kids? Oh, you just get to do whatever you want because you just think about only yourself. Do you understand? Yeah. I've just now picked a fight that wasn't even there because I'm all re-stimulated from this conversation that I had with this girl.
Wow. Are you the man that must say everything with the boys? Everything going on with you. You don't know how to filter what needs to stay indoors. You don't know how to filter anything. Everything going on with you, you must spill to the boys. Are you the woman that must spill everything to your girls? Everybody must know everything going on with you. Cannot filter what needs to be preserved, what needs to be held back. I think you may want to pause. You want to get that out of the way first. Learning how to filter stuff. What needs to be said, what needs not to be said before you may want to be thinking of getting married. Because if you're not, it's going to cause a lot of problems. Everybody, once you get married, everybody becomes a third party. Everybody, including your family, your friends, your frenemies, your acquaintances, they all become third party. So you have to be able to navigate that, which is why it's so important who you end up with. So important. You have to be on the same page, because if you are mature enough to keep stuff and they're not, believe you me, it's going to be a problem, a big problem, because you can't make any decisions, and every decision has to be between you both. Can people suggest things to you guys? Of course. But the final decision has to be with you two. Not your parents, not the in-laws, not your siblings, not your friends. Everybody stay out. And this is why I think it's so important. Before we go to the last video that's just going to rip, I'm not even going to stop it. I think it's so important that counseling before marriage, they have a special counseling session for family members as well and friends. Because a lot of times people don't know what boundaries are. When people get married, you've got to leave them alone. You just don't show up whenever you feel like it, like you used to. You just don't call in and just act like you could do whatever. No, you've got to respect the sanctity of marriage. I believe so. Please drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about that? Well, you know how we do it. We're going to go to the last video, and this lady's going to rip a lot of wisdom here. I would love for you to just listen carefully to what's going on here and read between the lines. There's a whole lot of things between the lines. And please put your comments in the comment section below. Take a look at this.
I had a conversation with a collective of women, and I am appalled at what I heard in that conversation. When I talked about serving your partner, the majority of them snapped at me completely. We not slaves. We ain't slaves. Misogynistic, patriarchy, yeah. And so I asked them, do you want to get married? Yeah. You want to get married and you don't know that you have to serve your partner? What does serving your partner mean to you? That's slavery. That's all that submission. I kid you all, I can't make this up. My mind is blown right now. I just sat there and said, if you get out of this mindset that you're in complete subservience to a subordinate capacity, then you will understand what serving your partner is. I'm not talking about serving someone who controls you or serving someone or yielding to their will of dominance. I'm not talking about that. I said, when you make a cup of coffee for your partner, when you clean up, if you buy your partner a gift, if you go and get something, a small little gift that you know your partner enjoys, or their favorite meal along the way, you're still serving your partner because you're still serving an emotional need. That's what you're still doing that. And it's vice versa. If your partner helps you out in anything, even when you want to talk about something that your partner doesn't want to talk about after a long day, and they sacrifice their time and they stop what they're doing to listen, they're still serving you. There's no way in the same sentence you can tell me you want love and you want marriage, but you don't understand that you're still going to have to serve your partner for the rest of your days. You can't serve the person that you're dating. You're doing all of this stuff for them, all of these acts of service for them, to bring them in, to make them consider marrying you. And then when they marry you, it turns off because society has conditioned you to believing that that's slavery. You heard the word serve and submit, and you think it's slavery. Not understanding that it's not gender specific. You both submit and serve one another. You submit to each other and you serve one another. It would have been easier if they would have just asked me how, but the simple fact that they started off with, I'm not a slave. And I just had to say, you all are selfish. You all are selfish. And they wouldn't worry about me if it was the end of the day. Oh my gosh.
Well, you hear the S word again. Selfishness comes up again. And that is what I believe is the basis and the number one reason why more marriages are not happening. And some marriages that are already happening or have happened are ending in divorce. Selfishness. If you're not ready to serve, man, if you're not ready to serve your woman, don't think about marriage. Woman, if you're not ready to serve your man, don't think about marriage. It's not going to work. Always remember, singleness is not a disease. You can be by yourself. That's fine. And I've mentioned this before on this channel, and I'll say it again. Wise words from a very wise man. If you cannot serve, if you don't have a mind to serve, if you don't have a mind of unselfishness, if you don't have a mind to look out for the other person, if you don't have a mind to willing to adapt, willing to grind it out, ride or die, your best friend, we're in this together. Everybody else is a third party. If you don't have that mindset, it's okay to be single. It's better to be single if you don't have that mindset to be married than getting married and trying to be single again. Because then you have to go through the process of going through a divorce. And we don't need, that's the last thing we need now. We don't need any additional stats in this divorce thing. So we hear the stats is a 50-50. And I'm not talking half and half. I know we like coffee. That's not what I'm talking about here. 50% of marriages are successful. The other 50 we hear are unsuccessful, and we don't need any more. We want to get the numbers better. So if you have a selfish mindset, you don't, and it's okay. Some people know themselves to know, I am too selfish to be married, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're doing us a favor, and you're doing yourself a favor too, right? So it's okay. So the first thing, you want to know yourself, and you want to be open with a mature mindset. Know what you want. Be all in. Be committed to it. Make sure you are on the same page as the other person, and do it. There are still good men out there. There are still good women out there. It just takes that extra commitment. And finding that person who wants to be committed just as you are. Please drop your comments in the comment section below and let us know what you think about this. I want to be married. I desire to be married. Well, try this. Hey, you know how we like to wrap it up? We just like to remind ourselves that we always remember we got one life with many seasons. So let's make the best of it. God bless you. I'll be coming back with more pieces. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for your support. God bless. You take care now.